Yeah, it was hard-fought game, and timely plays down the stretch. Yeah, I thought Cat was huge for us. Jalen, big. OG was terrific, start to finish. Mikhail. Mitch had a big presence in the game as well.
You guys played fast to start this one, and Cat got a lot of threes in trailing. Is that kind of what you want to see from this group, the flow of how everything went? It kind of came natural, nothing was forced?
We thought the first game we played, faster, and it was good for us. And really that's the way we like to play. Then we got bogged down in game two. And each game is different, so you have to, understand what goes into it, learn from each one, and then get ready for the next one. So, there's obviously a lot of things that we have to do better and correct for Sunday's game.
Tom, just the way you guys played in the hostile territory with the crowd and everything that they were going, just do you learn something new about your team when back against the wall coming into a place like this and playing the way they did?
Yeah, it's playoff basketball. We have guys that have been in a lot of big games. We've been a good road team all year, so I think we understand what goes into winning. And then, we had disappointment from the loss in game two. So I thought the readiness to play was very good.
Jalen got a lot of hate out there from the crowd. How do you think he handled that, and how do you think he handled the game?
He did.
You didn't hear that? It's pretty loud.
Well, to Jalen, those are cheers.
Okay.
He lives for that stuff.
Tom, can you talk about the force that Cat played with? I mean, he was under some nonstop scrutiny after a difficult game or whatever in game.
Well, I'd say welcome to New York, but I think he has a really good understanding of New York, being from here. So basically, he's unfazed. He's been around. He's got a lot of confidence, and he bounced back great. And so he can score a lot of different ways, and I thought he used his versatility to his strength, and he moved extremely well without the ball.
Tom, still with Cat, you talked about scoring in multiple different ways. What did you see from him, the difference of going up against a smaller defender like Tobias versus it seems like he saw more Jalen Duren tonight, one-on-one in the perimeter, that difference in the going against a big versus going against a small? Yeah,
and he's seen that all year, so usually he's going to get a mix of guys. He's going to get different looks, and I think he's comfortable playing inside and outside. And so the smaller guy goes on him, he goes into the post. The bigger guy goes on, you can take him away from the basket. You can catch and shoot with him. You can play pick and roll with him. There's a lot of different things that you could do with him, and then just recognize that, and then play off each other. When the second defender comes, right, don't fight the double team. Just trust the pass, and we got an advantage on the backside. I thought guys made a lot of good plays for each other, whether it was getting the ball up the floor quick, getting into the paint, spraying it out, making the extra pass, and that gave everyone good rhythm.
Tom, when you look at the defense against Cade team-wide, what did you see that worked?
Yeah, he's a great player, puts a lot of pressure on you. And, you have to have, the thing I like about both OG and Mikhail is they stick with it. And you have to have a determination. Sometimes you could defend him perfectly and he can make, and I think the team has to be in tune with what you're trying to do as well. But you also, you have to be aware of his ability to pass, and then you got to cover the three-point line. So Hardaway got loose on us, and obviously we got to do a better job with that.
Tom, two quick ones. First was, did you get an explanation for that last play at the free throw line where buzzer goes off and they somehow get a side out even though they don't have any timeouts? No? Okay, cool. No explanation.
They said, no, they did say that's, that's what's in the rules, and it doesn't seem right to me. And it's unfortunate. That should never happen, ever, in a playoff game. Never happen.
No. And second, it seemed like they went on run after run after run trying to take the lead down the stretch, and you guys just fought them off. Can you talk about the resilience your team showed tonight?
Yeah, just got to have a lot of toughness. I thought guys made timely shots. I thought Cat made big shots for us. Jalen made huge shots for us. Mikhail, we had a lot of guys, and we had a lot of hustle plays. I thought OG and Josh were all over the place. And sometimes, it's a possession game, really, in the playoffs, and you don't know which possession is going to be the difference. So that's why you fight to win every possession. Every possession matters.
Tom, there was a stretch there right in front of you. There was a stretch there, especially in the end of the second quarter or so, where OG defensively off the ball just seemed like he was getting into every passing lane, every dribble lane. When he's kind of in that mode, how does it affect how your other four guys are able to?
Well, he's really disruptive, and the thing that really triggers a lot of that stuff is the ball pressure. So I thought Mitch gave us great ball pressure, and then and OG reads plays extremely well. He has great anticipation, and he can invite passes and then get to them. And I think when you get those turnovers, particularly those live ball turnovers, that gets you easy offense, and you need those easy baskets. We scored 118, so it's a big number, and that's when we're at our best.
Tom, was there anything you saw early in the game, or maybe even before the game, from Cat that gave you an idea that he was in for the kind of game he was in for?
Well, the one thing about Cat is he doesn't lack confidence. He's a very, very confident guy. So, I felt that the type of game we had was a low-scoring game. He was loaded up on, but that's not going to take away to his approach in the next game. The next game he has to believe. He came out with the mindset of attacking right from the start, and I think that was important for him and us. But he's been through a lot of these things before. I think for particularly big guys, when they're loading up and putting 2 and 3 guys on you, you got to score different ways. You got to really score off your movement and your activity, and I thought he did that.
Tom, I think right in front of you, Tom. I think 5 technicals, a flagrant. Just early on, it seemed like a lot of chippiness. How do you think your guys handled that, respond to it?
Yeah, playoff basketball, and that's part of it. Play with emotion, but controlled emotion.
Resilience that this team showed on how you responded after game 2?
Yeah, I mean, we're not surprised. I feel like we've been that team all year, and in terms of responding and bouncing back after losses. So now the tough part is how do you have to win, and we have to make sure we come in Sunday, early start, ready to play. Get off to a good start like we did today, and execute.
It was exhausting watching in that game. What was it like playing in it?
It was great. It was cool. It was fun. Playoff basketball. That's the style of play that we're comfortable with. Yeah, it was fun.
With all the chanting and stuff about Jalen, is he ever affected by that kind of stuff?
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I think he showed it. He's not. That's the crowd doing their job, trying to throw him off. But I think he's the clutch player of the year. I think in those moments he's not really too worried about the crowd. He's focused on helping his team win, and he did that.
Surprised that you ever heard an entire building chant that at a player?
Nah, I don't think so. Obviously, you heard it. I mean, Houston did it to Draymond, and Boston did it to Draymond. So, this we don't care. We're gonna go out there and play our game, and nothing the foul fans do really dictate how we go about anything.
The overall, balance, and obviously he got off the ball more, and just 4 guys scoring 20. And
I mean, that's something that we talked about. Even that second half, I think when we started, when they made a little bit of a run, it's because we were playing slow, and we had to make sure we continued to play faster. But that's what we want to do. We want to get guys involved, get JB off the ball sometimes, and let everybody work.
Josh, have you ever seen a team with no timeouts get another one the way that unfolded at the end of the game?
Nah, I mean, we're in Detroit, bro. What you expect? You know what I mean? they were had the home home court advantage. So that's example A of home court advantage.
I felt like this team won this game in various different ways, starting fast, offensively, the defense. Is this a performance that, in this type of setting, that really kind of stamps the type of team you guys are?
Oh, no, for sure, yeah. I mean, it was big time, the whole team stepped up. Thought we played great, especially the second quarter was really good. And it was a big-time win.
OG, 4 20-point scores tonight. What'd you like the way the offense was executing?
Everyone was shooting with confidence, balls moving, being aggressive, getting stops, scoring in transition, scoring early. And I think we're really hard to guard when it's like that.
You know how
you're setting a lot of screens on you to kind of get you off Cade. You think you're able to kind of combat that physicality a little better today?
Yeah, we made adjustments, and I'm sure they'll make adjustments again, and we'll make adjustments also. So I'm just going to watch the film, see what we can improve on, and try to be better.
you know how a shooter will get hot and take a heat check? Do you take heat checks off the ball as a defender?
Not really, but I know what you mean. It just depends, just reading.
Because sometimes it feels like the end of the second quarter, when you've made like 4 correct reads in a row off the ball and help, and then you jump in again, and it's a little bit more of a higher risk play, but it pays off. Like, is that a play that you make if those 4 previous plays don't go well, or is that a play you think twice about?
I think no matter what, even if the plays didn't go well, still try to make that play. Just reading and making an assumption and just trusting my instincts.
OG, were you as confused as everyone else when Jalen misses the free throw, buzzer goes off, and somehow they get in the ball side out, or did you know what was happening?
Oh, no, in the game, I don't think anyone knew what was happening. It took a long time.
Do you know why they got like that? They give you an explanation? Do you understand?
They didn't give me an explanation. I mean, I thought it was going to be a reshoot of the free throw.
Yeah.
Then they said, I don't know, they were saying a bunch of stuff out there.
Do you think it was home cooking at all, like for the buzzer to go off the way it did, and for the implication to be you basically get an extra timeout when you didn't have one? Like,
I didn't even think about that, but maybe. I won't say it was. Maybe, who knows?
What Mikhail gave you guys tonight?
This is what Mikhail does. He's a great player, so it's not a surprise at all. He's always done that his whole career, making an impact on both ends. So.
Defensive chemistry. I remember early in the season you guys were figuring out between you and Mikhail. Where is that now?
I mean, it's getting better and better each game, and it's just going to continue to grow.
What do you think of kind of the way you guys responded after Monday? Tough environment. They obviously made a ton of runs at you guys. What'd you learn about kind of this team? Obviously a big spot in the playoffs.
Oh, I mean, I knew we were a resilient group. I knew we were mentally tough, well coached, and we just go out there and execute. And we know it's a game of runs. So we just counted their runs of our runs. So
can you talk us through what it took to win this game today?
A lot of focus, mental toughness, and just us sticking together, and just found a way to come away with a win.
You spoke a lot this morning about getting off the ball and getting other guys involved. Is it rewarding at all to see that approach pay off today?
Yes.
Jalen, have you ever played in a environment like that was directly pointed at you in terms of the crowd to that level?
In the NBA, no. In the NBA, no. Well, that was. I give them a lot of credit, and they made an environment special for their home team, and we just found a way to win the game. But that was definitely a lot. So you got to give a lot of credit to that fan base.
Kat, can you talk about your aggressiveness from the start and how that kind of got you going?
Yeah, just, got opportunities to do things on the offensive end. Their defense we found a way on transition to get me some good looks, and I was able to, capitalize on that, and it started the night off. So shout out to Cap, Josh, they found me in the flow of the offense, and I was able to capitalize on those opportunities.
Jalen, beyond being rewarding, just how much do you think that ball movement helped the offense today go?
It helped a lot, and we were able to stay in rhythm as a team, and even when they went on runs, and we were all in sync, and we're all on the same page, and so we found a way to win. I'm just happy that we did.
And then Carl, you got chippy a couple times out there. You obviously had, kind of went at Paul Reed a little bit. Do you think you guys were able to impose your will a little bit, today?
Just, we just came to fight. We wanted to give ourselves the best chance to win, and we got to match their physicality. So I thought we did a good job of that tonight.
Hey, Jalen, when guys are saying, when the whole crowd, like 20,000 people are chanting that at you.
Chanting what?
I think you heard it.
No, I didn't hear it.
Nobody heard it?
No.
I don't. It's a PG rated show. I'm not. But does that like?
This is a show?
I mean, I don't know what we're on. Actually, right now, are we live? I don't know.
That's crazy. You're trying to say there's a script?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's crazy.
Tibbs,
So messed up.
Tibbs said for you those are cheers, and you live for that stuff. Is there something motivating about that? Does it tick you off? Like how do you internalize that kind of stuff?
I mean, do I think it's cheers? No, but it's just another way to get me focused and stay composed and stay poised. Just another obstacle, and then knowing that my teammates have my back, it's nothing.
Kat, you talked about you guys getting out in transition and you being the trail man and getting some shots up. How important was it, in addition to just getting out and playing fast, but to just let the ball fly too and have a quick trigger?
Again, shout out to the teammates. Kat, Kale, Josh, OG. They, finding me in those transition opportunities, and like I said, I'm just happy that I was able to capitalize on those moments.
I'll go. That's fine. Have either of you ever seen a team with no timeouts get the ball back side out when the buzzer goes off like that? And were you guys as confused as everybody else? Did you know that that's a rule?
Hey, shout out to their table.
Yeah, they need a raise for that.
Shout out to the table. 10 years, I ain't never seen that. They gave him a chance, bro.
Smart.
Shout out to them.
Smart on their part, but
I got nothing but respect for that.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
About the game Cat had, the versatility.
No, don't talk about me, please.
Oh, I'd love to hear it though, actually. The game he played and the versatility he showed, and just really from the beginning, like played with force.
Yeah, he played great. He set the tone offensively for us and defensively as well. And that's the Cat we know. And I mean, it's no surprise to us. And we're just happy when he's able to go out there and do that. And I think myself and others, we put all of ourselves in positions to be successful tonight. And happily we came away with a win.
I'm curious, just with the way the series has gone so far, with the way their crowd was into it, Jalen, with the way that they kind of dug into you specifically, the fans. Is a win like this tonight galvanizing on any sort of level, just to kind of pull the game out, to feel like different forces are kind of against you in those moments, for the whole starting five collectively to play as well as it did? What does this win do for you?
I mean, the playoffs is definitely important, and it's definitely great to get a win, regardless of where or what the circumstances are. But it's great. It's something that we're proud of, and tomorrow we'll be focused on Game 4. And so we got to have short-term memory. Whether we win or lose, we got that short-term memory.
Question for either of you. I don't think we've talked about Josh enough through this series. How impressive is just him and the motor he plays with? This is what, game 85 now, and it felt like he just continued to come through with the 50-50 balls for you guys when you needed it most in all three games at points.
That's just who he is. Since the moment I've met him, since day one of being in the league, it's who he is, and that's what he prides himself on. So it's no surprise to us.